Money. What is money? Better yet, what does money represent to you? Does it mean freedom? If so, how much money do you need to be free? How much money should you be making to live the type of life you want? For some of you, money is a representation of respect, power, status. With money you can buy time, relationships, and influence. And maybe you've already got that. Perhaps you live in the type of life you can possibly think of. If this is you, congratulations. But for you...
Who, me?
Yes, you. Is money something you keep running towards and can never get to? Do you have to trade your time for it? Are you looking for a way out of your current job that doesn't pay you enough to cover your expenses? Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can't afford to leave your job to pursue an entrepreneurial route. You had to take on student loan, and now you realize that your salary and your current job will not make you rich. Perhaps saving money is a distant dream for your current reality. Whatever the situation you're facing right now, if you want to get out of it, you need to change the way you think about money. So what is money? At surface level, money is just a medium of exchange and a store of value. It allows us to compare the value of two different goods and services. However, money is a lot more than that.
Money is not money, that's bad money.
Take the banking system for example. You trust your bank just enough to deposit your hard-earned money until you need it sometime in the future. The banks take your deposits and uses it to make loans and investments. In other words, they put your money to work for them. When the banks take your money and loans it, for example, to me, new money is created in the form of credit. The bank gets their profit in the form of interest by the time I start paying back the loan. Now you think of it this way. How many people and how many businesses get into debt through loans and credit cards?
A lot.
This process is happening at scale, as many of us have some kind of debt with a banking institution. And through this process, new money is constantly being created.
Wait, what?
In other words, money has become debt.
I don't believe this. I don't believe you.
Yes, the majority of money that we see in circulation today is in the form of credit, and banks are the ones who create it.
You heard me.
Mariner Eccles said, if there was no debt in our system, there wouldn't be no money. So, the money that most people chase after today is not real. It doesn't have any intrinsic value. The value of the money as we know it is determined by the market. So, how can you take advantage of it? Money shouldn't be something you have to work so hard for. At least it shouldn't be your focus. You should focus on solving a problem. Remember that most money in circulation is debt. This debt is an asset to the bank and a liability to you. And what you do with your borrowed money is what differentiates you from most people. My question to you becomes, what are you spending it on? Are you helping your future self? Are you making it easier for them to enjoy life without having to worry about finances? Or are you hurting them? Think with me. Do you really need that extra pair of shoes? Or just think you would look cool on it? What about that brand new car? How much will you be saving if you bought a used vehicle instead? Although we spend most of our money on necessary goods and services including housing, food, and healthcare, some of our money is spent on non-essential goods and services. However, if you want to attract money, you should not be okay getting home, turning on your TV, watching Netflix or playing video games. If you want to be rich, you have to think differently than other people and act differently than other people do. Become producer instead of consumer. You should focus on building something that aggregates value. Either something that saves people time, saves people money, or does both. And the market will pay for the value that you provide. Look at what's happening around you. You want to go out with some friends and you can't, or you don't want to drive. Just Uber it, and the ride will be there in minutes. You want to get in touch with a friend that you've lost contact with for years? There's Facebook. You want to know where the nearby restaurant is? Just Google it. Want some ideas for creative projects or problem solving? Ask ChatGPT. Also look at how convenient Amazon is. Affordable prices, no hassle of having to go to a store, and it can even arrive at your doorstep as fast as the same day. The owners of this company solved huge problems, and as a reward, money came to them. In other words, you should have money come to you. As James Johnny puts it on his video, The Untold Truth About Money, you should stop chasing money. Solve a problem instead, and the market will reward you for it. So the bigger the problem you solve, the more money people will be willing to pay for it. Look around and see what the market needs. Open your eyes and ears and listen to the market around you. Find something that you're good at and make money from it. Perhaps you just bought a new laptop. Use the laptop to learn how to create a website, have an email list, find leads, or use it to pack yourself with business knowledge that you can use to make money. Perhaps you're good with people. You're good at talking to people and convincing them. If so, find a product or service you can sell and make a business around it. But how can I start if I don't have any money, you ask? What can I do if I don't have time to start something on the side? I can't afford to leave my job and start something on my own. Stop. You're falling into old habits again. Stop and listen to the market. See where the money is going towards and put yourself in front of it. You notice that money is flowing towards attention. Attention is free advertising, and companies are willing to pay for attention. So you decide to learn the skills necessary to turn attention into money. You understand that it may take months or years to learn the skill and apply the right way to become profitable. That being said, you learned a valuable skill and you used it to make a business. You started producing instead of consuming. After a few years, you have a scalable business with a few employees and you start having some success. You have a great system in place to make sure you're profitable. You're making the money that you've always dreamed of. Perhaps 1 million a year, 10 million, 100 million. Whatever number is right for you, you understand that even though you don't have a secure job to fall back to, with the skills that you acquire from your entrepreneurial venture, you'll be just fine. You're happy now. You have a big smile on your face. You learned that happiness is easier to achieve once you know the bills are taken care of. Now what? Are you done? Are you satisfied with your achievement? Or do you want to preserve your money for generations to come? Remember that most businesses fail at some point, and your business may not be any different. Put the right system in place, and then start thinking about an exit strategy. Either you're gonna sell your business, go public, or just gonna keep it private with a great system that may last for generations. Morgan Housel said in his book, The Psychology of Money, financial success is not a hard science. It is a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. So, depending on how much money you have at this point, it is important to be skilled at investing. Now is the time to put your profits to work and build some wealth. Use your profits to diversify your sources of income, buy real assets, invest in well-established business and real estate. Use your money on investment that generate even more money. Don't forget that the value of money is determined by the market, and the market sentiment can change at any time. So you don't want to have too much of your money sitting around. The richest man in Babylon teaches that you should have your money work for you and let it generate more money, and let that money generate even more money, and so on. You did it, my friend. Congratulations. You realize the road is not easy and it's full of obstacles, but you work your way towards your freedom. You, my friend, figured out the equation of wealth. Now what? You become a philanthropist. Give your money away for a cause that you support. You look to help young entrepreneurs and invest in small businesses. You support your local community. In other words, you reached your true freedom. Either way, you did it. You're part of the big boys club now. Congratulations. Congratulations. But you realize you're only as free as your purchasing power.
These times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could